my lips. I need some on my lips. Hold on. Jesus. Oh, try to get out of here. Hold on, family. My lips aren't chapped. They're moisturized, but they need to be glossy. Give me a second. Oh my God. Can I get out of this? My patio chair is too big. There we go. Oh, Lord. Baby, don't worry about a thing. Cause what? Every little thing is gonna be all right. Shout out to the new people. It is definitely not this chaotic, but I'm doing a lot. And still servicing my friends. Happy holidays to all who celebrate whatever this day is. Are you just celebrating like the rest of Black America? And only celebrating because it's a day off? Okay. What did you guys think about this episode? I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed this episode. It was one of the really best 90 Day Fiance episodes because it had levels, right? It had levels. Normally they just been giving us one little dry thing and try to make it a show. Shout out to Memphis and Hamza. No shade, but y'all been dry boots. Y'all been dry boots. Ciao. Y'all ain't even give us nothing on this episode. Did they just put Memphis on because she Black? I just feel like, because we did say a little something about how this show never features black women or Black love. There are a lot of people who like we had one Black love couple and they were so interesting, but there are a lot of people, a lot of Black men and women who find love with Black people who are not of the same, who not from the same nation. It happens. Listen, the way them Black men and friends been looking. Homegirl might have a Black French husband, but y'all told me not to do it. Remember when I was talking about getting a Black French man? And my Black French subscriber said, Nikki, don't do it. So it's not better over here. Now that y'all telling me the truth, or y'all hiding them for yourselves. Either way, I understand. Either way, I understand. Yeah. This is the juiciness I was looking for. Shout out to my new subscribers. I know they're like, this girl is weird. Yeah, I am. But I'm also stunning, so nobody cares how weird I am when I look like this. Work. Work. Hey, Kimberly. How are you doing? Kimberly said, hey, Star Fam, happy margarita chicken. You know what, Kimberly? You better celebrate. What is going on? It's like every time I start a live, my plumbing goes crazy. But we all know I won't be dealing with this for much longer. I am released. I am moving on to greener pastures. God said, go! Go, 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 go. It may be on the battlefront. The prison walls. But wherever. Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm saved. Hey, Denard. How are you, my love? How are we doing? What's up, Ryan? Hey, Busola. Busola said, I hope it's not a spoiler, but I saw a 90-day The Melanated Way that Ximena may have a new boo. Beau. I know you said beau, but I say boo. But then Mikey posted a picture of him and Ximena together. So either Mikey is trying to save their storyline, or Ximena or they're in an open relationship. It could be they're broken up and Ximena, got a new boo. He seems like her type. Can we be real? Or that was an old picture or whatever, something from her past life. And Mikey just put that out there to let everybody know that they're still together, or he's saving their storyline. It could be that. It could be one or the other, but the tea was hot. The tea was hot. Ximena wants a full-on drug lord. Yeah, she loves a dope boy. She's been honest about that though. She told the producers because Mike didn't give the money for her procedures, she went to a loan shark to get it. Loan shark, or is it like an ex dope boy boyfriend? Ximena's a manipulator. Yes, come on in the room. We'll be back to that when I unpack my tambourine. We will be back to coming on in the room. What's up, Arthur? Hey, Connie. How are we doing? Yes, bro, on a mission. Glad that you're here. Hey, Marvina. Marvina said Memphis is so disrespectful. She has no tact, no filter. Are we talking about the same Memphis who speaks like Eeyore? I don't get disrespectful from her. I just but I'm probably saying disrespectful in another way. Are you talking about having sex with Hamza in his mama's house? I mean, she didn't pull out his penis. He did. You know what I mean? She still should not have done it, but Hamza should have respected his mama's house. Absolutely shocked. I thought it was a producer that walked up. I was like, oh, this is a real person. Oh, okay. No, I'm seeing some stuff. I'm seeing some stuff on the tickety talk. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Mercy Boo cool. Mercy Boo cool. Hey, F Usher. F Usher said, I can't wait to hear your thoughts about this episode. It was fun. It was a fun episode. We'll have a Kiki over here. Dr. M said, those Black French men are fine AF. Absolutely. Most are first generation French from Francophone, African countries. What's Francophone? Child, not me going to be on a 90 Day Fiance. Not me. I'm going to do a live and be like, hey, Star Family, they got me. What is Francophone? African. Francophone African countries. Oh, French speaking. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, okay. It might happen. I'm seeing something. What's up, Johnny's acting channel? Thank you for the super chat, my love. Johnny said, hey, Nikki, sorry I haven't reached out. I've been busy putting myself first in life for once. Listen, don't you ever apologize for putting yourself first. You got to put yourself first. Johnny. But I just wanted to say I miss watching you, and I'm proud the way you just jump back in, Queen. God bless you and thank you. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. You've been a supporter from me from day one, and I totally appreciate it. Thank you so much, my love. Hey, Fro on a mission. Thank you for the super chat. Aren't you happy? I unpacked this just for you guys. Fro on a mission said, I just want to super chat you because I finally caught a live. So glad that you're here. So glad that you are here. Hey, Drea. Drea said, did anyone notice that Usman got up, put on a shirt with the shorts he wore to bed and went out? Did he really? I don't know if he had sex with Kimberly. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Why not? Let me live. I'm gonna give it a shot. I just hope I don't get caught up because I have so much living I want to do. Not me falling in love. I can't. Hey, Joseph, it's going good over here. Glad you're here. Me too. Especially, I don't know. As a Black woman who might be on 90 Day Fiance. Hey, friends, I'm coming. I just want more. I want more, like, from Black women when they're on the show. I don't know what we keep on getting Black women in, like, North African or like Middle Eastern men. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that, like, you know, Black American women were looking for love in the Middle East and North Africa. I didn't know that, right? I mean, I'm not surprised. Those men are fine, but I'm still like, oh, I didn't know we were doing that. Okay. Um, but I just still representation matters, right? And when you're looking at a black woman on these shows, you're looking at, you. That's to be quite real with you. When you don't get representation, every time you see somebody who looks at you, you feel like that's it. Like you live through it, right? It's like you are going through it. That's why when black people are watching game shows, as soon as a black person is like eliminated, we're checked out because it was like we were on that game show, right? It was us on the game show. So when you eliminated that person on the game show, you eliminated us. It's just how it is when you're so starved for representation. So I think for me, I just want something more. I want something real. I want a real love story with a black woman and whoever. It could be a black man from, outside of America, but I just want a black woman to have a real love story. I think we had one. But they were always fighting though. I forget her name, but remember the sister that married that Jamaican dude? Like that's real. There are a lot of black American women in relationships with Jamaican men. Like that is real. Hello. Shout out to my mother. You know what I mean? But that's real life. That's real life. And I would really love to see a black woman love story on this show where she's not fighting, where she's not begging for love. Like there is conflict because it's a reality TV show, but I want it to be maybe a different kind of conflict. I want her to be happy. I want her to be in love. And I want her to experience what others on the show are able to experience. And so maybe I was expecting more from Memphis than she, should have given. Maybe. And that's on me. Awkward. We will get into why I thought it was so awkward. Denard said, was it me or did Mike look like a full-on drug lord with the black tape? I literally have his picture because I do want to talk about it when we get there, baby. Oh, baby. Oh my goodness. I love Mikey. I love Mikey. Hey, Rachel. Rachel said there was that one African woman with a white American man, and they're still together. But yeah, not any black American women. That was. Can we be real? For me, the love stories with the African women and the white men, I'm uncomfortable. I'd be so uncomfortable because it just seems it's giving trafficking. It is. It just for me watching it, I'm like, I couldn't get into it because I just didn't feel comfortable. I just did not feel comfortable. It gave trafficking, especially the Haitian girl. Remember the Haitian girl and them white men were fighting over her? I was like, this something's going on. Something's going on. It's giving trafficking. It's giving sex work. I'm not comfortable. And I'm not coming at the sex worker community. We are pro sex worker, pro ho over here. But there was something with that storyline that just did not sit right with me. Here go Anissa. Remember that girl from Haiti that was playing them white men in one game? Not that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Yes, there is, but they don't hype Love in Paradise up like they should. Love in Paradise is really good, and I love them together. I love that couple, but they don't hype. 90 Day Fiance does not hype up Love in Paradise like it should. That was a really good season. That was a really good show. Really good stories. I felt like they were giving more than the 90 Day Fiance people, and I'm disappointed because they gave us a season. The last 90 Day Fiance did not give us a season as good as Love in Paradise. You know what, Brenda? I don't. I think it's done. Just like with The Bachelor. I think that at this point, everybody is coming on these really popular shows for a come up. It's so obvious at this point. So I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Hey, Miss GG88 said there was Narika and Lowo from several seasons back. I think they're still together. Google them, Nikki. Narika and who? What time is it? I'm going to start in about 2 minutes, guys. People asking me about Love is Blind. That's tomorrow. Not in here, but I'm getting hits from YouTube right now. Narika. No, oh, Narkia. What am I talking about? Narkia and who? Oh, That's what I was talking about. Isn't Oluwu Jamaican? Or am I mixing him up? Yes, I love them. I love this couple. But they were the real deal. They were the real deal. Where's Oluwu from? I thought he was Jamaican. I loved them. They were so messy. But it was giving black love. It was giving black love. Ah, I love them. I would love to see an American sister on here with a French man. Even if it's me. Let me stop. Let me stop. Yeah, I like them. Let me look at her Instagram. Now y'all done got me reminiscing. Y'all done got me reminiscing, but I like them. Hey, Ryan. Ryan said there was one Black American woman with a Nigerian man. He was lying to her, but they did it. Okay, so maybe Lowu is Nigerian. I thought he was Jamaican. It was so long ago, though. It should have. That was a good show, Xavier. That was a really, really good show. Okay, Lowu is Jamaican. I mean Nigerian. I don't know why I wanted to make that. Okay, thank you. Thank you. What is she posting about? Oh, she lost a lot of weight. Wait, I don't see no pictures of Lowu. Okay, I see some older ones. I like them. They should be on Happily Ever After. Why not? Why not? I like them together. Anyway, let's get into this review. Usman and Kim. Kim said, I want my sex and I want it now. Shout out to Danielle. I will never get over that tell all. She said, I want my sex and I want it now. I got you here to have sex with me. You. I miss her on my TV. Kim was like, listen, if I'm not getting the BBC, me and you are not going to be together. So let's go, Usman. Listen, she looked desperate. I would never do that, especially on TV. But I was happy that Kim finally put her foot down and was like, this is what I want. This is what I'm expecting. If you cannot give me this, then I don't need to be in this relationship because only one of us is being served and I'm not. I apologize if I'm leaning back too far. I'm in a patio chair, so it's like made to recline. And I have no support. So I'm like, forgive me. I do also need for Kim to stop. I'm glad that she's putting her foot down. I'm glad that she's letting Usman know it's enough. If you don't give me what I want, I'm out, right? Shout out to Bath and Body Works, although we're still beefing. That's the lotion I'm using. I do, however, want her to stop using her son as this sort of guard dog, right? Like she speaks about him as if he's her protector. He's your son. He shouldn't have to be your protector. That's what your man is for. That's what your husband is for. That's what, your older brothers are for, right? At least it's how it's set up in society for women. It should not be your son. Listen, women, your son is not your husband. Your son is not your protector. Your son is not the man of the house. That is your son. That is your son. Let him be that. She keeps on calling him up and being like, if my son would never let you talk to me like that. That is your child. He should stay in the child's place, right? And not saying that, saying it disrespectfully, like, let him be your son. Why does he have to defend his mom from the terrible decisions that she has made with grown men? That should not be his position. And I hated that. I hated that she wanted like Usman to talk to him. And listen, Usman talked to him and it was a very good conversation. She raised a good guy. Like her son is a good guy. You can tell he was very respectful. He was very kind to Usman, even though he knows that his mom is, getting scammed. He was nice and he was kind and she did a good job with him. But do not put him in a position where he has to fight for you. That is your child. Let him be your child. Like, why would you even want to bring him on this show when you've already embarrassed him enough, right? The whole world is going to watch his mother beg for peen. Because let's be real, that's what Kimberly is. She's begging for penis. Begging for penis, right? You are inviting your child onto this platform that he's going to see and the world is going to see his mother at her big age beg for peen. You've embarrassed him enough. Leave him off this show. Leave him off this show. At this point, he probably doesn't know it, but he's going to watch it. His friends are going to watch it. People are going to be talking about it. He's going to feel some way that people are talking about his mom. But if his mother wasn't on this beach begging this black man for penis, we wouldn't be in this situation. You've embarrassed that boy enough. Leave him be. You raised a good kid though. He seems like a really upstanding young man. Good job for you, Kim. Good job for your husband. But stop bringing him in as your shield. That is your child. That's what husbands are for. At what point are we going to acknowledge that Usman is an escort? Like he's an escort, right? Because when Kim threatens to leave, Usman says, "Okay, I'll have sex with you." It's given sex work, Usman. You slinging ping for a plot line. You are slinging ping for a plot line. He was like, "Okay, I'll have sex with you." And Kim got really excited. She's just like, "Really? Oh, Usman. Stand up, Kimberly. Miss Kim, stand up. Why are you weak in the knees for this?" This was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. He was like, all right, okay, I'll have sex with you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. He's finally gonna have sex with me. You cannot be that desperate. You have to know how you're going to look on TV. But I think that she's just not aware because the first time they were in bed and she was trying to have sex with Usman, Usman was just like, "No, I'm not comfortable yet. I don't have sex with you." She looks at the cameraman and the producer and she's just like, "I'm not going to do this. If he doesn't want to have sex with me, I'm not going to do this." I'm like, what were you going to do with him on camera? Like, what is going on? I don't understand her thought process. At least Lisa from the Pennsylvania ghetto, at least Lisa knew what was up and she was obviously playing up for the cameras. I think that Miss Kim is serious. I think that she really thinks that she has a shot with Usman. I think she has no idea that she's being scammed. I think she was willing and ready to do whatever sexually with that man on camera. If Usman was game, she would have sex on camera. Leave your son off this show. Let him save some kind of face because his mother is embarrassing him. You're embarrassing me, Miss Kim. I want you to want better for yourself. You need to wake up fully, not just wake up when Usman refuses to sleep with you. You need to wake up all the way. African subscribers, is it true what Usman said? Like, you know, when he was talking about how African people have sex, he was just like, it takes all day. And so he was like, with Kim, Miss Kim, he gonna go slow. You know, he can't break her in all at once. He's just, you know, gonna give her the light way that Africans do it. But you know, the real way, it's rounds. Is that true? Because I'm also taking a trip to Johannesburg and I need to know what I'm about to get myself into. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I was like, oh, I'm just curious. Yeah, is that the truth? Let a girl know. Let a girl know. All day. All right. Let's go to Gino and Jasmine. Jasmine is right. First of all, Team Jasmine. First of all, Team freaking Jasmine. Period. I was with her. I was with her all the way until the end. We will get into it. But Jasmine is right. Gino was so in love, is still in love with his ex. That is the reason why he sent her those nudes of Jasmine to make his ex jealous. Because if you're over your ex, why do you even care how she feels about your new girl? Why do you want to ignite any kind of emotions out of her about the woman that you're with now? You don't care. You're done. You're over. Her opinion does not matter, but it does. So obviously she left you. You did not leave her, Gino, and you're still hung up on her. And Jasmine just realized that she had this blow up with Gino, because why does your ex's opinion of Jasmine matter unless you're still in love with her? Jasmine was very emotional, like just breaking down, crying all over the place. And while she's having this meltdown over Gino, I'm always reminded of the thing that I said. This is why you don't give Geno's a chance, right? You cannot, and women, you do this a lot. Let me, women, I stopped doing that. I dated my last Gino. I dated my last Gino. It's about to be a decade. I started dating up. I don't do the Genos no more. I dated my last Gino about a decade ago. It was the worst decision I ever made, right? Because women, sometimes we think that just because, a dude, probably looks like a golem, right? He looks like a golem. He built like a Goomba. He's going to treat me right. He's going to treat me right because, he is facially challenged. So he's going to treat me right because somebody like me who, is stunning is giving him a chance. So he's going to be so thankful that I looked down upon him and glanced at something that was so terrifying and found beauty, that he's going to treat me right. He's going to treat me better than all the fine men that I've ever entertained. And I always say, that is a lie. He will never treat you better, right? Because a man is a man is a man. That's not giving them any kind of excuse. But I want to say, we're men, where they sit in this society, you cannot humble them. There is not a woman alive that can humble a man. He don't think that he broke. He don't think that he's ugly. He doesn't think, I didn't mean to say ugly, I would say tender-eyed. He doesn't think that he's tender-eyed. He doesn't think that he has a vomit inducing smell. He does not think anything other than that he is the best thing that ever happened to you. No matter what. No matter what. He could have a dead eye, you know what I mean? An Audi. No, there's nothing wrong with an Audi belly button, man. I'm just thinking of stuff. I'm sorry. He could have, a dead eye, run over Tim's, he don't care. He still thinks that he's that guy. It does not matter. You cannot humble a man. Women, stop it. You will never be able to humble a man. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. He will be standing next to a supermodel and he would be like, I can get her. Absolutely. It's like Rumpelstiltskin, you cannot get me. But he thinks that, right? And then we are thinking, oh, he'll never have a shot with me. But this Adonis treats me like garbage. So let me give Rumpelstiltskin a chance. Let me give Gollum a chance. He'll treat me like his precious. He won't. Because you can never humble him. No matter what you think you're doing for him, no matter how you think you're upgrading him, he does not think that. He thinks that he's upgrading you. Gollum thinks that he is the prize. That's how they all are. So Jasmine thinking that Gino is going to treat her better because she looks this way, she takes care of her body. Look at him. She knows what he looks like, right? Because she says it all the time, that depressing old man, right? So she sees him a certain way. And in the way she speaks of him, she speaks as if she's doing him a favor by being with him, but she doesn't realize that what you see, Jasmine, Gino don't see. Gino looks in the mirror and Brad Pitt from Thelma and Louise. Oh, remember that? Remember Brad Pitt from Thelma and Louise? Brad Pitt from Fight Club. Gino looks in the mirror and sees Brad Pitt from Fight Club. He don't care what the hell you see. That's what Gino sees. And you gave this man a shot. Gave him all, your goods. Gave him your whole Disneyland raw, right? Because you were saying you were taking birth control. So that means Gino was in that Disneyland raw and he still treated you like he fine. Wake up, women. Wake up. But she was obviously very messed up over what he did to her. And I absolutely understand that was a violation. And the way Gino was acting was very poor to how she felt about him violating her. So Jasmine then gets on the phone with her girlfriend. And I will say, the girlfriend, you can't hype her up and then tell her to not be bitter and to take it easy. No, everything that Jasmine was saying on the phone, you were validating her. You were just like, yep, he should not have done that to you. Like, I can't believe it. Really, girl? Oh my goodness. No, that's not what you need to do. You need to do this. You're validating all the things that she's saying while she is emotional. She needed somebody to calm her down, not hype her up. So when you realize that she was going back to that little bungalow to go beat Gino up, you're on the phone like, girl, calm down. Wait, don't do it. Then why'd you hype her up? If you didn't want her to beat him up, why did you hype her up? You knew what she was doing, and you know who Jasmine is. So, girl, her friend on the phone, calm down. Don't be bitter. You should have said that from the beginning. You should have said that from the beginning. So anyway, she's upset. She gets on the phone with her friend. She goes and talks to her friend. Her friend hypes her up and then tries to bring her down, but it was too late at this point. Jasmine goes back into the bungalow, and she's emotional, just very emotional, because she feels violated because she was. And she tells Gino, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you for sharing my nudes. Gino, let me tell you something. Gino plays slow, but he's very quick. He was like, nudes? What are you talking about? You didn't send me any nudes. As soon as Jasmine said sue, Gino said, what nudes? He plays slow, but that boy is quick. I was like, oh, all of a sudden, there were no nudes. No, you were fully clothed. You didn't show your breasts. You showed them the way you're showing yourself now in your bathing suit. You didn't show your breasts. There were no nudes. He quick. He is quick. So when she sees that Gino is like trying to embarrass her even more, Jasmine goes and takes off that man's hat. First of all, the thing that got me was the fact that Gino had a backup hat. Gino had a backup hat ready. He was like, oh, I can't believe you did this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Maybe we need to talk. I'm like, you just had a hat ready? You just had a backup hat. Did you know that she was going to do this to you? But anyway, I'm just like, Gino, why did you put on the backup hat? There was no need. We already saw your faded mullet. He has a faded mullet. It's like a low cut, but it's hair. Right here, it's just faded into the baldness. Anyway, he goes and gets his backup hat, and they are continuing to have this conversation about him sending her nudes, and Gino's still acting like he doesn't know what she's talking about. Before I go on, women don't send nudes to men. Just don't. Like, we were in a relationship. That's my boyfriend. I loved him. We trust each other. I'm telling you, he's sharing them. I don't care how much he loves you. I don't care how much of a good guy you think he is. He is sharing your nudes with his friends. Any woman that is, unless you want a certain friend to see the nudes, let's talk. Let's talk, because men be playing checkers. We always be playing chess. Okay. Unless you are checked out of that relationship and you know that he's going to share them with the friends, and you know what friend you're looking at, I get it. Right. But just know your sex tapes, your nudes, he's sharing them. And in this day and age with the internet, nothing leaves the internet. Unless you know somebody at Google, unless you best friends with the creators of Google, it's never going to leave the internet. So just don't share them. Unfortunately, just do not share them. He's always going to share them with his friends, because that is a badge of honor, especially if you look good, right? Or it's also a way to drag you if y'all break up. So I wouldn't do it. So anyway, speaking of drag, when Gino says to Jasmine, because she was still really upset about him violating her, he says, well, you can share my penis pic that I sent you to your friends. I wouldn't care. She was like, why? Oh, wait. Her exact words. I wrote down her exact words. She said, why? There's nothing to brag about. Gino, if I was you, I would have said, stop the cameras. She's gone too far. Why? There's nothing to brag about. Oh, gosh, you're giving this broke man with a faded mullet and a horrible stroke game. You're giving him all of this. You're giving him a raw Disneyland. Stand up! Why are we so weak in the knees? This is sad. But Gino, she got you. She was so quick too. See, Jasmine is quick as well. She said there's nothing to brag about. Why would I share that? It probably will backfire on me, girl. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Then Gino, in his defense, right? Because let's be real, Jasmine cut him deep. Got him, right? As she should have. He says, well, whoopee. And that set Jasmine off. The whoopee, she said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Jumped up and started punching them. And the producers are like, stop, get her down, get her out of here. Oh, Lord. I love when these American men get women from other countries, especially a country that they think that is like struggling financially, doesn't have the resources that Americans have. I love when these women show you that you can't play them, right? Because a lot of them get with these women because they feel like they can lord over them, right? Because they're the American and they have the power and they can treat them a certain way that, American women just will not accept. I love the fact that, Jasmine gave him that American woman experience. I'm telling you, that I'm throwing a punch, taking a hat, telling him that his penis is nothing to brag about. That's some American woman way of fighting. Okay. I was so proud. I was so proud of her. My proudness left my body when she went back to Gino. Why? You better be going back to Gino for the show. That better be the only reason why you're with that man, because that man shared your news. He violated you to make fun of you in those texts with another woman that he is in love with and wants to get back with. And that woman don't desire him, don't want to be with him, looking out for you, sent you everything that he said about you to about her about you to her, sent them to you to protect you. You saw that, was humiliated, was violated, felt like garbage. You confront him. He treats you like crap, like your feelings don't matter. All he has to do the next day is to say, can you sit down so we can talk? You're a great girl and I'm sorry. And all of a sudden you're back in love with him. You better be scamming. At this point, I want you to be scamming because I hope that you do not think that this is how you should be treated by any man. Want better for yourself, Jasmine. If you're scamming, go on. Go on. Before I get into the next couples, I want to get a couple of your comments because what I'm trying to do now is, just to make sure I can get as many people as I can so that I won't miss all of your comments. I'm just trying to be a better host. Hey, Kaya. Kaya said there was a Jamaican man who was married to a white woman. Oh, yes. I remember when they did the checkup on them. He had a little drinking problem. That was a really sad 90-day fiance checkup because he had a little drinking problem. She was saying she was raising a daughter by herself. It seems like they're in a better place, but that was a depressing catch up. Okay. Devar. Yeah, Devar. Maybe that's who they're thinking of. Yeah, Devar. Ryan said, talking about Kimberly, her son did not need to know about who she's sexting, especially with him being grown, because she puts her son in the place where her husband or man should be. That was like inappropriate to bring your son into this relationship. Absolutely inappropriate. Miss GG88 says Kimberly saying she will not beg a man for peeing was hilarious. Ma'am, it's too late for that. She's been doing it. I'm still going to wait to comment on if they had sex or not because we didn't get to see it, right? And Kimberly is ready to have sex on camera, so I think if it happened, we would see it. If not, we'll see it next episode. But Usman, at what point are you going to admit that you're a sex worker? Xavier said the fact that Kimberly literally sexually coercing Usman and no one is saying anything. Yeah, if the tables were turned. Okay. That's what it's given, Missy. Sex tourism. Remember that? Stephanie. Do y'all remember Stephanie? According to 90 Day Fiance, the melanated way, she dating OJ. She was hugged up with OJ on Instagram. Sex tourism, Stephanie. Ciao. Candace said, she said he hadn't even kissed her. Girl, he don't want you. Go home. I need Miss Kimberly to wake up. Hey, Fabiola. Fabiola said, I was in tears when he said he would take it easy on her. Otherwise, she was going to be walking funny. Stop. Listen. Is that how we doing it over there? Okay. All right. All right. Ciao. So we got to get them African men streets. Okay. said, Busola said Usman was lying his A off about that. Though maybe if the partner takes some herbs. Oh Lord, y'all are a mess. I'm sorry, I was thinking off the fly. I apologize to anybody who's with a man that got a dead eye. If he treats you like a queen, don't look at that eye. Don't look at that eye. I don't know why I thought of Goombas. I saw that Super Mario movie once. Goombas have never left me. Never left me. Monica, nothing is more embarrassing than a disrespectful golem. Listen, been there, done that. I couldn't believe the way he was acting. I was like, do you know I'm giving you a shot? Like, he didn't know. He didn't know, baby. Sakara said, of course they aren't humble, because every once in a while, a good-looking woman gave him a chance, so he feels like he can always get better. Absolutely. Fabiola, did you see the way he jumped up? He was like, got his book bag, put his other hat on. I'm like, you just have him on reserve? What is going on? It probably was. It probably was. Let me get two more, then I'm gonna get back into the review. It probably was. Hey, Azza. Azza said when she took his hat off, I was dying. It was putting another hat on for me right away. He did not even like engage in the conversation until he got his other hat. What? But the way she was so heartbroken by him, Kimberly, I was just mad that she went back. I thought she was done. But to be crying on that beach saying that you love him, really, after all of that? Yikes. Yikes. She sure did, Fabiola. Fabiola said that she also took it out on the other woman instead of him at the beginning. So gross. I'm team nobody on the situation. Yeah. The OJ. Sex tourism, Stephanie. Kashan, we finding out some stuff, girl. We finding out some stuff, child. About to go to Johannesburg and never come back. Let's move on. Let's move on. Memphis and Hamza. Boring. Like, boring. What? Nothing is happening here. Nothing is happening here. Hamza is now getting cold feet about marrying Memphis. His mother is also now a little apprehensive about him getting married because he told her that she wants a prenup and just basically told his mom that it's a contract that he has to sign that he will get nothing if the marriage falls apart. I don't know. As a woman who's like an entrepreneur, right, and I'm making my own money and realizing, as you know, as I've gotten older in life, that when a woman has her own money, she has her own peace, right? Not going into a relationship thinking my marriage or whatever, thinking that it's going to fall apart. But as for me in my house, I'm going to have a little something, especially if I'm making a nice coin, right? Because you know, in divorces, people get messy. It could be a man who has his own money who don't need it, but he wants to hurt you, so he'll come for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would get a little piece of paper, unless I'm like marrying a billionaire. I'm not signing nothing. Absolutely not. I'm not signing nothing. But I think that you should. I think that you should have your own assets. Also knowing people who have went through divorce, and it has just been, I know somebody who is still getting their life back together after a divorce financially ruined them. And this is a woman. Ruined. Just getting back on her feet, just starting to live her life after giving that fool their 20s. That's why I always tell y'all, unless you know that you're going to die at like 29, you should not be in no serious relationship in your 20s because you are going to hate the fact that you gave your good years, like all your years that you're alive is good years, but you know what I mean, your good years to somebody who didn't deserve it. Never. I will never recommend that. But you know what? Do what you want to do. We're all grown over here. Do what you want to do. Hey, Angie, thank you for the super chat. Bling, bling. Thank you. Angie said, Miss Star family and Nikki Pooh. Oh my God, my mommy passed away before Christmas. Had a few procedures and 2 operations this December. Praise Jesus. Thank you for making me. Hey, Angie, hey, sis. Thank you. I'm so glad that, the Star family is here to brighten your day. Are you cancer free? I was kind of confused by this, but first of all, I'm sorry. My condolences. Um, you experienced some loss, and I'm so sorry for you. I'm glad that we were able. The Star family was in some kind of way able to brighten your day. I believe that you're saying that you are cancer free, and sis, congrats. We are rooting for you. We are cheering for you, and we're so happy. I hope that I'm reading this right. Please correct me if I'm reading it wrong, but thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for blessing all of us here at the Star family with your presence. Thank you, my love. I just wanted to get that right because this was a very important comment. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Please let me know if I got something wrong. Thank you, sis. Thank you. So Hamza getting cold feet, right? It absolutely makes sense. Him and Memphis are moving way too fast. Didn't the beekeeper couple know each other for 2 years or so? Weren't they talking back and forth through a translator online for 2 years? I think that makes more sense. The beekeeper couple made sense, right? Not only were they both of age, they both were independent people. They both had something really in common, which was the beekeeping community. So it wasn't just sexy time. There was a lot more there, and they had been talking for a while. So that makes more sense than Hamza and Memphis getting married in 2 weeks. Y'all cannot communicate. Y'all have, sex. It's not great, according to Memphis. You don't really know his age. His mama don't really like you. He can't work, and you're expecting for him to take care of you and your children. This just does not seem like it's going to work. It's like y'all set yourselves up for failure, in my opinion, because nothing makes sense. Y'all can't communicate. The only communicating y'all do is with your genitals, and it's not that great of a time. You guys are both expecting something that the other cannot give. It's ridiculous. I can we get better Black woman representation? I hate to say it, Memphis. I need something else. I need a successful Black woman relationship on this show. I need a sister to have fallen in love, and it's the real deal. He's not trying to scam. She's not being, an abusive American. I need something positive. This is not positive. What is the big deal with Memphis staying with her ex-husband when she was going through some stuff? I would be more concerned with what did you go through that you needed to move in with him? Because it sounded like an eviction. And if that is what happened, what is going on with the money? Was it the pandemic? What is happening? Because everybody involved in this storyline is making it seem like that's a really big deal. It's not a big deal if you both share children and you said that he's like your best friend. You guys are in a really good place. It's not a big deal. But the whole episode, she's like, I'm just really afraid of telling Hamza that I stay with my ex for a few days. I'm concerned that he'll break up with me. Why? And it seems like the next episode, when she tells Hamza that she stayed with her ex for a few days, he gets upset and he storms away. What is going on? If anything, Hamza, you would want that relationship with her ex to stay, strong, because it seems like he's always going to be there to help pick up the pieces when everything in his family falls apart. So that's like somebody who you want to have a good relationship with and not move out of Memphis's life. If he's that reliable that he can take on all her kids plus his own children that he has with her and Memphis, that seems like somebody that neither one of you want to have a falling out with. Either they're making a big deal for a storyline or something else happened with her and that ex. Because right now, the ex is sounding like a much better partner than Hamza. I need more. I need more. I don't understand what's really happening here. Maybe that's why we're bored because what's the truth we're just not getting. We're getting a very surface storyline and nothing is making sense because if there is something that you have with your ex, if you just moved out of your ex's apartment or home or whatever, if you and your ex slipped up and y'all started, trying to get back together and had a little, you know, genital dancing, if that happened, then that okay. Tell us. But you saying I just stayed with him for like a few days when I was having a really hard time. Okay. I lost my job during the pandemic and me and my ex moved in together so that I could get on my feet and we could save money and raise the kids. And we helped homeschool the kids together. That makes sense. So I'm not understanding what the big problem is. Why is your sister like, have you told Hamza everything? What am I missing? What am I missing? Why was your sister making it seem like a big deal? Is Memphis lying? Something isn't adding up. Something isn't adding up. Mikey and Ximena, Mikey's room. Their room screamed male version. Now that he's got a now that he's got some poom poom. That Spice song, I'm telling you, I've been listening to that all day. Wait. Where's my song? Where is my song? Hold on. I've been singing this all day out of nowhere. Black China to Cali Pum Pum. Like out of nowhere. But now that Mikey got him in his pum pum, the room needs to change. Like when he was talking about cleaning up that room to get it ready for Ximena and her kids, I'm like, you want to have sex with a woman in this? It was like wolf cups. Like, were they all Game of Thrones wolf cups, or were they just like wolf cups because he likes wolves? Like, it was like wolves on mugs. Oh, child, women. We got the short end of the stick. So anyway, he's cleaning up his room for Ximena to come in. That's how his scenes opens up. But I hope that now he got some pum pum, that the room changes up a bit because Ximena is not going to be getting smashed in that room. It's not going to happen. Ximena, you know what? I just thought about it. If she gets smashed in the prison willingly, she'll get smashed in this room. You just got to be adult boy. That's all you got to be to get Ximena moist. You got to be adult boy. She loves a thug. As soon as Ximena got engaged to Mike, like I'm going to be honest with you, she had me. She had me in the episode when she was doing all that crying. Her kids were doing all that crying, hugging Mikey and saying that they're happy that he's going to be his dad. This episode, I'm like, who is this? I think this is who she is. I think the Ximena that we're seeing now is the Ximena that she has always been. Because if your fiance comes to see you, why are you upset? Mikey comes to see her, Ximena. That's your fiance. Are you not excited to see him? You were just crying when he proposed to you. Were you crying about because you were glad that you were going to be an American? Or were you actually crying because it was sweet? Because she was crying in her confessional talking about how sweet it is. Now that she sees him, she's like disgusted by his presence. Now, Mikey trekking, dog doo-doo in her home. Okay, I get it, right? But I feel like Ximena was doing the most because she was just so disgusted by him at this point. So even though that Mikey tracked dog doo-doo doo-doo in her home. Like, he is just that guy. Poor guy. He just falls into awkward situations all the time. That is just his life. Because the fact that he didn't even smell the dog, dog doo, a dog dookie, like she was like, it smells like poop. It smells like poop. He's like, what is that? And she's like, check your shoes. And the cameraman zooms in on his shoes, and it's like full of dookie. How did you not feel or smell that, Mikey? Oh, I'm rooting for you, buddy, but you got to do some things differently. First of all, you have to clean. You have to redecorate that room. You got to clean that kitchen. I don't even want to imagine what your bathroom looks like. You have to wash your behind. You have to wash your behind, Mikey. You have to wash your behind. You have to keep yourself up, right? You can't be letting hair grow out of places that you want a woman's mouth to be. You know what I mean? Like, some women will accept certain things like that, but you got to have the money for them to be like, okay, I'll do this. You know what I mean? But you don't have that. So you just have to do things differently. You have to make sure you smell good, right? Put on the deodorant. Don't put the alcohol under the arms. You need deodorant on, not the cologne, right? Put the cologne on your chest. Put the deodorant under your arms. You got to wash your balls, Mikey. You got to wash your balls, Mikey. You got to wash your balls. If you want a woman down there, you got to wash it, bro. I know you're probably not used to this, but you just have to do that. You gotta, make sure you're not walking in dookie and tracking in her home. That is like, you just have to be aware. I know this is new for you. You are not used to being close to a woman or inside a woman. So all of this is just coming to you at once. I get it, but you got to get it right away if you want to maintain that woman. Now, speaking of the woman that you will maintain, it will never be a Ximena. It will never be a Ximena. I don't care how many thugs you dress like, bro. Because I realized that this was your outfit to let Ximena know that although you can't be a thug, although you can't be a dope boy, you can wear the attire of one. I want to tell you, bro, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. You are a sweet nerd, and that is okay. There are sweet nerd women out there, but you just have to, you've lived your life around men, and I get it. But now you have to start living your life like a woman is in it, especially if you want a woman in it. How you didn't feel that doo-doo on your feet? I don't know. I don't know. But Ximena was putting 20 on 10 because she was just sick of him, right? Because at this point, she's using him as an ATM. She probably been doing that, but now she's just like, okay, I got him. I got the ring. Now I want my BBL. How you asking for a BBL before a wedding dress? Like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, right out the gate, she gonna say to her sister, I told him not to come if he didn't get my BBL. You think Mikey got BBL money? I'm gonna have to teach a seminar. I'm gonna have to show you international women how to snag an American man that is not broke. You guys are getting, a lot of you women are going after, like, borderline poverty, middle class, working class men, right? You don't realize they paycheck to paycheck, right? So he might be able to get you a BBL, but he getting you that BBL on Klarna. There's payments that he has to make on that BBL. He's not dropping just, how 20 or whatever thousand your work is going to be. He's doing payments. If it ain't Klarna, it's PayPal or Affirm. Like, that's what he's doing. He's borrowing monies from stuff that he don't need to do. He's taking his uncle's SSI check to pay for your titties. He don't have it. So I don't know why you will look at a Mikey and think that he got BBL money. I think you're just looking at an American and you're seeing money, but a lot of women who are, women who live outside of the nation, America, that are going after American men. I think you just see American and you think wealth, right? Or you see white American and you see wealth. But a lot of y'all are getting like white Americans who are broker than the people of color. A lot of y'all just see, oh, it's a white American man. He got money, when you need to be like, trying to talk to this, like, Puerto Rican American dude. Oh, Puerto Rican American is American. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all need to be going after these men of color. But y'all don't see prosperity and wealth in them. Y'all just see this white dude and y'all thinking that you're going to be living in a great situation and then get pissed off when you're living in American Section 8 and farmland poverty. Y'all got to do your research. Y'all better get like the Middle Eastern girls. Come on. Shout out to the Middle Eastern girls who are starting to go after these black athletes. They starting to go after them black athletes. Them Persian girls, they know where the money is. Do they really need it though? I never met a broke Persian person. There's probably broke Persian people, but I'm just like, where I stay, that's the community that got the money. But you know what I mean? At least they're starting to see. The Brazilian chicks too. They're starting to see the easiest way to get in America and get American wealth, a black athlete. That's how you do it. Especially them dark-skinned ones. My God, today, the self-hate is real. But, that's a little bit of information I gave you for free. But I'm just saying, get them. Get them now, because every black man is going to have, at some point, especially a dark-skinned one, is going to have an Afrocentric phase. Oh, he's going to give you hell. He's going to give you and them biracial children hell. Get in early. Get in early, girl, because there's going to come a season. 33 or 35. That's when all of a sudden he's starting to change his name now. He's locking his hair. It's going to be rough for you, but get in early. Anyway, Ximena is scamming Mikey now, and she's mad that he's here because she asked him for money and he didn't give her money. So she asked the loan shark, i.e. her ex-boyfriend, for the money. And I don't know if they gave her the money, because she's still asking Mikey for the money. And she's just like, he wants to do all this stuff for a wedding, but if I don't get my BBL, I don't want to do the wedding. What are you doing here? Like, what is going on? Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you so much, Kelly, for the Cash App. Kelly said, for giving us a great show. Love you. Love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kelly. Let me get to LA and Johnny. Anyway, let me move on from Ximena. Move on from Mikey and Ximena. We'll see more of them next week when she tries to again convince Mikey to get her a BBL because she wants to work as a model. What kind of modeling are we talking about, Ximena? Let's move on to Ella and Johnny. This relationship, I just have to be honest, gives me fetish on both parts. Both sides. It's a fetish relationship. And I'm very concerned that if or when Johnny gets here and him and Ella have all the fetish sex that they can have, right? Where are they going to be? Because I think that after they do all the fetish stuff and they actually have to work on a relationship, I don't think it's there. I don't think that they really have a relationship that can stand all of the issues that is going to come with Johnny moving here to America, knowing good and well that he takes care of his parents, right? So I don't think that Ella is aware that once he gets here, he won't be able to work. I don't know where she lives and how diverse it is, but from what I've seen, I just don't think it's going to be the best environment for an Asian man or an Asian child. I could be wrong, but I'm seeing a little something, and I'm seeing a little something, right? So I don't know if it's going to be the best environment. Are you ready to deal with Johnny's son crying to you, Ella, about being made fun of because he's different? Are you willing to deal with the pain of your husband for putting his child in this situation, right? The pain, the guilt, the anger. Are you ready to deal with that? Are you ready to at least learn his language while he learns your language so that he can potentially start working at some point? Are you ready to financially take care of him, his child, and his parents while he is working to be able to work in America? Because for a while, he's not going to be able to work. I don't think they talk about that. I think it's a lot of, let me show you my big white American titties. Let me tell you what I want to do to you when I get to you. And I think that is the majority of their conversations. It's really like, oh my goodness, put your anime peen here. Like, I think that's what it is. I really, really do. And I don't think that there's anything else. I do not think that there's anything else. And I'm very concerned for Johnny's child and his parents because I just don't think that either one of them, well, Johnny is a bit, but I don't think that they're thinking about the relationship. Now, yes, go to Dubai and have sex for a while, but do y'all really know each other? Because it seems like y'all just do fetish stuff when y'all are FaceTiming each other. It's the fetish stuff, and then y'all out. Y'all need to talk about this. And I don't think that they're having those real conversations. So I don't see this relationship working out at all. And I think the person who's going to lose the most is Johnny. Anyway, it was so depressing hearing how strict China is about COVID. Just because I wonder what that's like, right? I wonder what that's like to like have restrictions for like everyone and like people really quarantining and you can't travel here or travel there or this will happen. And I just wow, like hearing him and his friends talk about how there's a possibility he won't be able to get back in China. I'm like, they do that? Like stuff can happen to you if you wow, we just get nut jobs who screaming at Whole Foods about wearing a mask. Like you really have like there's restrictions and people working together to make sure this thing doesn't kill the entire population. Wow. I wonder what that's like. I probably will never know. Let's get back to the jokes. Anyway, so Ella is talking to Johnny, right? She gets a ticket to Dubai. She can't really pay for it. Has to have her mom help her. She gets a ticket to Dubai because she wants Johnny to come to Dubai so that they can spend 2 weeks together. And Johnny's like, I don't know if I can do that because I might not be able to come back and I have to do all this quarantining. China is making me do all this quarantining before I leave and before I come back. Wow. Wow. So he's just like, I don't know. Like he cannot be out of work that long because he is a sole provider for his family. So he's like, I don't know if that's a good idea for me. And I'm thinking about not going. Maybe we just need to wait until everything eases up a bit. So then I will be able to come to you freely and we won't have to do all of the back and forth and all the quarantining and, putting us both in a bad financial situation. And she's like, well, if you can't come see me in Dubai, then I want to have an open relationship. Listen, Ella, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not saying that you don't have any options. You said that, right? So I'm just going off of your words. You are, you started off telling us that nobody wants you. So to tell Johnny that you want an open relationship if he can't come to Dubai, I feel like it's a huge bluff, right? Because you showed us your hand. So I feel like it's a huge bluff to act like if he don't date you, you're gonna date some other people. That's not true, right? According to you. So I just feel like you threw that out there to force him to make a decision that will affect him, his family, possibly affect him, his family poorly. That doesn't, Johnny, that's not a wife you want because she doesn't care. She doesn't care that he might not be able to get back into China to care for his son, right? She doesn't care that he might not be able to get back into China to care for his parents. She doesn't care. She just wants to see him that bad. So she will throw out basically, if you don't, do what I want you to do, then I'll go find somebody else. And he's literally telling you, I could lose a lot and I might not be able to get back to my family and you don't care. Johnny, wake up, wake up. Like he has a whole child, Ella, who would be your stepchild. And if you don't care about the child now, how can you make your partner feel like you will care for him when you're in front of him? I don't know. This just seems like a really bad situation all around. Let's get into Ben and Mahogany. What have we been calling her Mahogany this whole time? She corrected him and said it was Mahogany. First of all, when she walked up, I thought it was a producer. I was like, it's a producer coming to tell you that the restaurant is closing and you need to get out. But anyway, we finally see Mahogany and Now wait a damn minute, right? When I saw her, I was like, who is this white woman? Because I don't know. Ma'am, you don't look like them pictures. You do not look like them pictures. I don't know what you're doing, but that is not you. Now, are you sending old pictures? I don't know, but it's no shade. It's giving what is that? Yes Style. Do you guys shop at Yes Style? I used to shop there all the time, but it's giving Yes Style model. It's giving Yes Style model or Shein model. Like what? Not Shein America, because Shein America they getting their models from North Philly, and I support it. But it's giving Yes Style model. Like that is the way she has filtered herself. And I'm like, when this white woman walked up, I was confused. I was confused. I really, really was. And so was Ben. Ben was like, Mahogany. Ben was like, what the hell is that? Oh, I feel so bad for him because he was, I felt like Ben was going with the flow. I think Ben was just so happy to have someone. This is the thing with Ben. Ben didn't have a whole season after he got divorced. And I think he needed that. I think he needed, I think he needed to just explore life with some heathens. You know what I mean? Sometimes a cure for like church trauma is a good heathen. Sometimes, right? And I think he needed, a few heathens to have fun with. I think that's what he needed because here we have this man who has been living this strict religious life, who has finally broke free at his big age, and he is falling into the same kind of relationship patterns that he was previously in when he was in his religious marriage, because not like expecting more from Mahogany, right? Giving her everything and getting nothing back, trying to lock this woman down in a relationship. Well, you need to be eat, pray, and loving all around the globe. Like that's what you need to be doing. You don't need to be trying to jump into another relationship after you spent almost 30 years in a relationship that one you would not have been in, and one you would not, and second, you would not have stayed in as long had it not been for your religion. You need a me season, Ben. You need a me season. And I think he's going to continue to try to make this fake relationship work with this actress, because this is not Mahogany. This is not her. There's no way that this is her. I feel like they found somebody that could look like her, but that I'm telling you, if you go on Yes Style, you will see Mahogany. You will see her modeling, a teddy bear robe. That's where she is. This lady right here, this Caucasian woman from Montana, that is not Mahogany. That is not her. I don't know who showed up, but that was not her. And the way she was acting, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, Ben, oh my God, it's you. Oh. Something is not right. Something is not right, Ben. Something is not right. I don't know what it is, but something about this just feels very fake to me. Aside from the filtering, something just feels very, very fake, especially the way Mahogany speaks. Because I feel like she's acting like she can't speak English or understand it. But we see her doing it, right? When she's talking to Ben, she's like talking to him clean English. So what are you doing? You've been here for a long time. I'm glad that I was able to come and actually meet you. It's just been, a very long time. And here we are finally meeting. And then he talks to her and she responds back in her language. And I'm like, so did you only know that much? And did you only learn that much and just rehearse it and rehearse it and rehearse it? That's why it was so clean. It was giving New American Standard. Like that was her voice. It was like just it was the newscaster voice that everybody learns in college if you go to art school. Like that was the voice that she was like speaking English in. And then she was acting like she didn't understand him, but then she would respond like she knew exactly what he was saying. So he was just like, so what I'm going to get on the menu is this, and then me and you we're gonna go over to my hotel and probably have some drinks. And she's like, yeah, Awesome. Great. I would love it. But then she'll be like, uh, wait, huh? I don't understand. Uh-uh. I see you. You knew exactly what he was saying. You were responding like you were in a conversation with a fellow English speaker. So don't play that game that all of a sudden you don't understand what he's saying. Something is up, y'all. Something is up. And I feel like 90 Day Fiance the melanated way, figure it out. I know you will. Let your girl know because something is up. Something about this whole situation is freaky. It's not, the math ain't mathing. It is not mathing. And the nerve of Miss Mahogany, Miss Caucasian Mahogany, to look at Ben and be like, he doesn't look like his pictures. You don't either. You've changed ethnicities. We didn't even know who the hell you were. You showed up as a whole nother ethnicity. Like, ma'am, how dare you look at him and be like, he don't look like his pictures. We don't even know who you are. That person that you were sending, those pictures of that woman that you were sending him, they can't match it to your ID. Please don't ever go missing. Nobody will be able to find you from using those pictures. How dare you? How dare you, Mahogany? Mahogany from Montana. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. I'm seeing something, and it is not right. Poor Ben. He just needs to have a whole season. I'm so disappointed. Ben, if this doesn't work out, slut it out, bro. Slut it out. There are women your age who are having a slut season as well. Go to there's a lot of middle-aged women at this. That hedonism resort in Jamaica. That's where you need to go. Go to like a hedonism resort and just ho, 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 ho. And don't look back, sir. You need just a me season because you don't even know how to talk to a woman outside of her being your wife, right? Like the way Ben talks to Mahogany is like he's talking to his wife of 10 years, but he's like talking to her or writing down or reading from a Hallmark card that he sent her for Valentine's Day. It's just so intense. Soon as he meets Mahogany, why do you love me? Excuse me, what's your middle name? Like you then sending her that poem, I will walk through water and hell to come find you. You're doing too much. You don't know how to date. You just know how to wife somebody. And not everybody is there, Ben. Not everybody is there. Oh, sir, it's time to hoe, sir. It's time to hoe. Before I wrap it up, Angie, thank you so much for the super chat. Angie said she looked like an entirely different woman. Entirely different woman. Cult leader Ben said, I still love her. I don't think she's his type, but oh well, free trip to Peru. Probably, but something is up. Something is up with that couple. Very weird. Now they both could be scamming. And I would prefer that, but who knows? Who knows? Let me get some older comments. I want to get about a few, and then I want to skip down to the newer ones. Ozza said him and his face lights up when she's talking about a breast augmentation. Absolutely. Absolutely. He did. He wanted to show her that he could do that as well. You know that, men and women, like when you're in a relationship, the way you start dressing changes a bit. The way you start dressing changes a bit. How else is Mikey going to pay for this augmentation? He don't have no money. He's either using Klarna or he's going to use his uncle's SSI checks because they get something from the state. So, and I think they're former veterans too. So I think if he does give her anything, it's going to be from them. Mikey ain't got no money like that. Especially when he has to pay all this stuff to sponsor her, to get here to the United States. He's paying for the wedding. Every time he goes there, he gives her family and friends money and stuff to like let them know that he can take care of her. Ben and Mikey ain't got it like that. Social Steph said, my high school classmate who was from Jordan married Hakeem Olajuwon. We ain't heard from her since. Well, okay. Listen, the Middle Eastern girl said, I know where the coin is. Okay. I know where the coin is. If the man I want in my culture won't give it to me, that black man in America will. Anissa said, I don't see why Memphis even needed to tell Hamza that at all. But have you heard the rumors about Memphis being oh dear God. No, I didn't hear the rumors, and I don't want to. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh gosh. Without marrying him? If that is a baby out of wedlock, his mother is gonna have a fit. Hey, Whitney. Whitney said, how do they really love each other without having real conversations? Gosh, this couple, it's all sexy time. That's all they do. They don't talk. Even when she tries to talk to him in the next episode, she's like, oh, get your translator so we can have a conversation. You're marrying him in a week, though. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Oh, and thank you, Angie, for clearing everything up. I'm sorry, LS. LS said, don't remind me, Nikki, married at 19, divorced at 31. That idiot got my entire 20s. Listen, I was on track to being somebody's wife. I was on track to be somebody's wife. What a mistake that, my God, today. What a mistake that would have been. He's a mess. Ah, he is a mess. Child, but it's okay. It's okay. The 30s, you bet some of your best years as well. I'm telling y'all, 30 to 33, the hottest you will be in your entire life. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Do not cry about being 30. You better embrace that, own it, and live your best life. Live your the girls will never sit up like that ever again in your life at 30. But I was sickening and had no idea. I miss it. Miss Gigi88 said a prenuptial is whatever you make it. It doesn't have to be that each person gets nothing. Maybe just state that whatever you come in with is yours and only yours, and anything else you split. Yeah, I think it could be easy breezy. I really, really do. That's why Eddie Murphy's ex-wife, Nicole something, I think her name is Nicole. That's why she didn't marry I hate to do it. He's the black guy with the gap on Good Morning America, Michael Strahan. That's why they didn't get married, because she didn't agree to his prenup. I'm like, it's Michael Strahan. Girl, you have 90 kids from Eddie Murphy. You're okay. You don't have to get nothing from Michael Strahan. You got Eddie Murphy money. Like, girl. A mess. A mess. You could be living your best life as a lady who lunches in New York City, but instead, y'all couldn't get the prenup right. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Me too. Me too. But Kamisha, I do miss Paul. But I can't. The antics that him and his wife do on Instagram, I'm tired. I don't know if I want them back on my TV again. I'm not. I'm not sure I miss all of that. I know. I love Mikey. I'm saying this out of love because he's now in the world of women. He's now in the world of women, and he has to learn quick. He has to bathe. You have to bathe. You have to bathe. You have to bathe. Like, no shade, Mikey, but you cannot expect a woman to overlook that. You know, with your situation, right? You just can't. Like, I don't know. Everybody else smelled it but him. So I'm like, what do you smell like that you didn't notice the dookie? I love my Mikey. But Whitney, this is good. Mikey is not her fiance, he's her financier. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think he's finding out now. Ryan, talking about Johnny, said, I'm with Johnny. 2 weeks with you is going to cost me 5 weeks of quarantine, not working when I get home. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Oh, Missy said, I think fetish is the same for Hamza and Memphis. The only thing they have in common is sexy time. I can see that now that you bring it up. Now that you bring it up. Now that you bring it up. Yes. And Basabi said she can hardly afford a ticket to Dubai. Like, how is she going to support Johnny and Johnny's parents and Johnny's son? Your mother don't even want to give you that money for Dubai because she's giving you enough. You think she gonna want to take care of what? 4 more people? You think your mother wants to do that? Child, she don't even want to help you. Oh. Oh, you think so, Missy? Missy said, I almost feel like Johnny is realizing that he's a fetish, but it's easier to say it because of COVID. But let's not get it twisted. He fetishes her as well. He fetishes her as well. He fetishes her as well. Hey, Jelly. Jelly said Ella is starting her own personal fantasy. No sense of responsibility. She doesn't get it. And she said, I'm almost 30. I was like, Ella, yeah, ma'am. You gotta grow up. You gotta grow up. You have to grow up. She doesn't care, Missy. As long as it's in, within the Asian family, she's good. Me either, Andy Sammy. I don't think that Mahogany is real. I don't. Something is weird about that. It felt off to me, y'all. It really, really did. Fabiola said, I couldn't believe that she was real. And at the same time, it was so underwhelming because people started posting spoilers on YouTube so early. Oh, see, that's why I only I don't follow any other people who do this except for Just Call Me Wine. She don't do spoilers either. She don't do spoilers either. But I was just like, who is this? Who is this woman? Because this can't be the girl that was sending them pics to him. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he's an actor. I wouldn't be surprised because he wants to be a model and all this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. Him and that girl are doing something funny. They are doing something funny. There's absolutely nothing wrong with switching up, right? Everybody switch up. Hello. It happens. Because you just go back to speaking, what you're comfortable in. But it was the fact that Mahogany was acting like she didn't know. When she's so clear, she was acting like she didn't know and she didn't understand. But then we see you knowing and understanding. Something is up. Something is up. Hey, Robin. Robin said Ben and Catfish are both scamming. He's an actor and she's an intern at TLC and lives in Cali. TLC and production are all in on it. I think that's true. I think that's true because there's no way. Something was really off about them. Hey, Kelly. Kelly said, it's funny you mentioned if you know somebody at Google high up there. I can actually do my son is one of the creators at Google and can take some down in a second and make it disappear like that. Listen, that's very true. Let me holler at your son. That's very true because I don't know. I forget what celebrity it was, but there was one celebrity whose child was, I think, child committed suicide, and in the Google Maps they show his body because the place was dropping by. They didn't know that it was a dead body, right? Somebody pointed it out, and they were able to get that removed. Like Google was able to remove that image from its site, so you can't see it. You will never be able to find that again. So they can remove stuff from the internet, but you got to be a higher up. You have to be a higher up. What's up, Black Lavender? What's up? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Best time of your life. That's right. That's right. Goddess Godiva said, nah, I've been tearing my late 30s up. I look better each year. I'm noticing. Benjamin Button-ish. That's right. That's right. The thing, what I'm saying is not that you won't be hot after that, right? It's like you don't have to fight for that hotness at 30. I didn't appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. Appreciate it. It was like the hottest time of my life, and I didn't know it. Ah, a mess. I got a kinship from who? Who sent me a kinship? Hey, Black Lavender. Thank you for the kinship. Ew. Ew. I'm waiting for it to come up. Let me get two more and then let me get out of here because I gotta hop into thank you, Black Lavender. I gotta hop into and I gotta charge my phone. I have to hop into Love at the Lockup. Teresa G said, I work for a lady who got a bonus in her prenup for producing a male heir and having a minimum of 3 kids. She got the boy the 3rd time. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. No, she said it was, she could be lying, but on Wendy Williams, she said that it was about the prenup. She said it was about the prenup. Let me get Jane's comment, and then I'm going to get out of here. Jane said, people are saying that Mahogany has a weird Spanish accent because she's probably faking it. I'm telling you, something is off, guys. Listen, if we don't find out, 90 Day Fiance the melanated way will. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. Alina, did you guys all watch Alina's apology? If you haven't, I will tag it in the comment section. Not the comment section. I'll tag it in the description box here. But let's get into this apology real quick. Alina made a 50-minute video of her apology for just being extremely ignorant, bigoted, and making some racist comments towards the Black community. And did she say something about the Asian community as well? I think she did, because I think it's about Hugh Grant's wife. She just made some really ignorant and racist comments. And she did a 50-minute video here on YouTube. Black cat eyeliner at all. And all it was excuses for why she thought the way that she thought and the things that she said. And the gist of it is, I'm Russian. I didn't know better. But you said in the whole Facebook post, every time you make sure to say, I know this is wrong, but it's so funny. So that doesn't hold any weight, Alina. You acknowledged in that Facebook post that you knew that what you were saying was wrong. You knew going to the party was wrong. You knew a party being held like that in Russia was wrong, but you thought it was funny. So that doesn't make any sense, right? It disregards what you've done. So it takes out the apology because you were very aware of what you were saying and doing. You did not care because it was funny to you. If you would have admitted that, I think the apology would have went over a little better. But as for me in my house, I don't accept it. I don't, because it was just a 50-minute video and it was a bunch of excuses for why you said and thought that stuff was funny. You didn't even acknowledge the fact that you had first denied it and said that it was and said that somebody had like forged your image on stuff and it wasn't really you. And now you said, oh, I was confused. Girl, if it wasn't wrong, what you said or did, you had knowledge that it was because you denied it at first. Then when you finally accepted and said that, yes, this is me, you only did that because so many things kept on being released about you saying just very ignorant and racist things. So now that you're caught and you can't be like, oh, somebody photoshopped that. Oh, somebody's out to get me. This isn't real. They put things together. Now that all of this was proven that it was you and you said a lot of these things recently, now it's, well, I'm Russian. I don't understand how Americans do stuff. Now you're throwing it on Americans. Yes, we're messy. Yes, we got our problems. Absolutely. But don't sit there and act like you're above blemish. Don't sit there and act like you didn't know what you were saying and what party you were attending when you said in the freaking post that you understood and you did not care because it was funny. Sis, don't play me. Play checkers. I don't accept. I don't accept. Like, I just don't accept. Because I'm just tired of these BS apologies. It's like, you don't mean it. You just want people to get up off you. There's a difference when you actually mean it, right? Because when you apologize for something, uh, shout out to Nora from Queens, you don't start liking stuff that's telling, you don't start liking after you make a so-called apology. You don't start liking tweets telling you that you don't need to apologize and that Black people need to get over it. That means you didn't mean the apology. You acknowledge that you had an idea that what you were doing was wrong, but you don't care about the people who you wronged. Just say that. I can respect that, right? Because it's your truth, right? Just be like, I made those jokes. I don't have any Black friends. There were no Black people around me. I didn't think that any Black person would see it. And I honestly didn't care at the moment. Now people are telling me that it was wrong, although I knew it was wrong. I just did not care enough about the Black community, especially since we don't really have a Black community here, and we don't really have people like that who are vocal about stuff like that. Like yes, me being not is she disabled? Yeah, me being a disabled person, me being somebody who is from a marginalized community, I understand how that could come off. I did not care because I don't have any relationships with those people, and I do not have any kind of allegiance or care towards that community. I'm listening and learning and doing better and realizing, that I have an issue. I had an issue. I didn't know that I had anti-Blackness because I was surrounded by a place and I'm looking at America and I'm seeing some things and I'm thinking that it's okay. But you can't say that and then say in the offensive post that you know what you're doing. So no, apology not accepted. And Black people, we got to start doing that. You don't have to take every apology. You don't. I don't care if the person is crying and they're saying that they're sorry. If they bring up an excuse, no, we don't accept. Keep on crying. No. No, because there are Black people in the comments. Oh, girl, we understand. We forgive you. Shut up. Shut up. It's always you. You get a plate at the cookout, idiots. That's why we don't invite you to nothing. Because you are the type of person that as soon as we getting ready to leave for freedom, you're going to go back and alert massa. We don't love you. We don't need you. Stay out of the tribe. You're not invited to the cookout. Go sit down somewhere. Learn from this. Why don't you do that? No. Apology not accepted. You knew what you were doing. You did not care. You spent 50 minutes making excuses for your poor behavior when you already knew. Just say I knew and I didn't care. At least there's honesty there and we can start working with a little something. But don't gaslight me. Don't gaslight me. And if you are not Black, please do not take an apology that's not meant for you. I hear you. I accept. You're white. What are you doing accepting an apology for the Black community? Stop it. Stop it. Apology not accepted, Lena. Do better. Try again. And this time, make the video 5 minutes. I'm sorry, Black people. I was dead wrong. I should have not attended that party. I should not have shared that post. At that point where in my life, I was extremely ignorant. The things that I wrote was racist. I did that because I did not think that I would have any consequences. And I have views like that. I am sitting down. Please don't sit down with Jesse Jackson. None of that, right? I am sitting down and I am listening and I am learning and I will do better because I realized that what I did was wrong. At the time, I did not care because I did not think that that would have any repercussions. I didn't think that anybody would find it. I didn't think that I would get caught. I didn't think that the people who my words hurt would see it. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. 5 minutes. You still get your views. You still get your monetization. YouTube will still play commercials over that, and people will at least be like, they might not accept the apology. We might not accept the apology, but at least we'll say, okay, at least you're doing something. Right? Like, let's start working. I can't work if you're telling me, oh, I'm Russian. We don't say the N-word over here, but you have N-word parties. What are you doing? Sit down. Sit down. Anyway, that's my thoughts on her apology. What do you think? Indy said, my Saudi friend gets an extra $3 million per boy, and it works for her because her husband does not need to take another wife, so he can have many sons. She also receives $5 million for every 5 years of marriage. Well, is your friend Is she hooking you up? Like, let's share the wealth. Let's share the wealth. Tina B said, talking about Alina, she also said that she was an exchange student in America. She definitely had some cultural context. Yeah, she's just making excuses. Some people said the Soviet Union had a lot of Africans to come in to educate them on communism there. A lot of black people there. Yeah, I wasn't buying anything that she was saying. Jane, I will understand. I can understand this. Jane said a lot of people just don't know how to apologize properly. I see it too many times. Yeah, and it's also pride. It's also pride. Busola said, I wonder if she'll get her TLC position back after this video. Is this what TLC asked her to do? It can't be, because if TLC wanted her to do that, they would have looked over the video, and I can't see any of the higher ups at TLC approving that video, that apology, because it wasn't one. It was just throwing blame and giving excuses. Teresa G said Alina and whoever Caleb weren't even on the road to marriage, still in the do you like me phase. Get them off my screen. True, I think they were scamming though. Since we're here, let's be honest. Alina and Caleb were scamming. There's no way. There's no way. There was no relationship. That's the thing, Jane. That's what set her up, and that's what set her for failure. That post, because she's acknowledging that it's wrong. And she's still doing it, and she's still going to the party. Okay, so the I'm Russian excuse and I'm not like Americans excuse doesn't work, because you acknowledge knowledge. You can't do that. Oh, thank you, Mary Beth. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. Yes, thank you. It was Asian Andy. Angie, thank you. Because Hugh Grant was either married to or dating an Asian woman, and she made a negative comment about Asian people because she was jealous that Hugh Grant was married to somebody that didn't look like her. What just happened to regular jealousy, right? Why you gotta throw racism into your jealousy? Regular jealousy is evil enough. You don't have to throw racism on top of it. My God, today. Oh, yep. A lot of you are saying there are a lot of Russian people in there are a lot of black people in Russia. Hey, I love that. I love that. Let me get one more, and then we have to get out of here. And I'm going to take a moment. My Love After Lockup people, give me a minute, because I want to take a moment to eat. Okay, Mama has not eaten all day, so I want to take a moment to eat, and then I'm going to push the live back just an hour so I can eat, and then I'll get on with you guys. Oh, okay, Indy. Indy said no. Her husband is 15 years older than her, and I'm not interested in having kids. And we've seen sexy time not being the best. Okay. The 3 million a kid? Nah, okay. Thank you for looking out. Anyway, family, let me get out of here so I can go eat, and then I gotta hop on the live, Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup live. That should be fun, because this was another messy episode. And then after that, I'll watch, what is it? The Bachelor, and to get ready to hop on live with you guys tomorrow. Wait. Yeah, today is Monday. It feels like a Tuesday for some reason. So yeah, we have a lot of lives to do. It's going to be a crazy week for me. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. So I'm going to put up reminders. Times may change. I'm not saying they will. It just may, because I got a lot going on, but I'm going to do my best. So Love After Lockup people, give me a minute. Let me get something to eat, and I'll hop back in with you all. Love y'all. Thank you so much for spending time with me. This was a good episode. We had a great conversation. I'm trying to get more of your comments incorporated into the live. So that's why I've been just taking a break to acknowledge some comments, so that I don't miss, some really good comments and have some really good conversations with all of you. I hope you guys are liking the new format. It will change again, just to let you know. Give me a minute. Anyway, love y'all. Bye. You're welcome.